All right, let's dive right into this explainer. This is going to act as your ultimate insider's guide to fixing your own tech issues before you ever pick up the phone. Seriously, stop right there before you spend another minute listening to terrible hold music, and just give me the next few minutes of your focus. Because what I'm about to share with you could save you a massive amount of time, not to mention anywhere from $50 to $300 in completely unnecessary service fees. Before you suffer through another script-reading tech agent who kind of makes you feel like you've done something wrong, I want to empower you. We're going to go over the simple 2 to 10 minute fixes that can literally save your day. Because here's the truth, the tech support industry doesn't really advertise. The vast majority of problems have super simple fixes that absolutely anyone can execute. So, here is our insider's playbook. We're going to cover the golden rule of tech support, then run through 7 simple tech fixes, learn how to call like a pro when you actually have to, and finally, how to spot fake tech support scams. Let's look at the exact diagnostic workflow that real IT professionals actually use. Starting off with Section 1, the golden rule of tech support. This is the universal first step. Yep, there it is. Have you turned it off and back on again? Look, I know it sounds like a joke or just a tired cliche, but this brilliantly illustrates the absolute foundation of tech support. Modern computers are running hundreds of hidden processes in the background constantly. Over hours and days, they just get stuck or they start conflicting with each other. A restart is essentially wiping the chalkboard clean for your computer's short-term memory, and there is actual hard data to back this up. Get this, it's actually fascinating. IT help desk studies consistently show that a simple restart resolves between 30 and 40% of all support calls. Not some complicated software patch, not a super expensive technician visit, just clearing the computer's short-term memory. And honestly, this applies to everything. Your router, your printer, your smart TV, your smartphone, you name it. But a proper restart isn't just slapping the lid down on your laptop or putting it to sleep. You need to initiate a full, complete power down. Then, and this is the absolute key, wait 30 full seconds before turning it back on. That pause really matters because it allows the electrical capacitors inside to fully discharge, so the device actually truly resets. You've got to do this first, every single time. Moving right along to Section 2, 7 simple tech fixes. This is our rapid-fire technician checklist. Okay, fix number 1, check your cables. I know, it sounds insultingly basic, right? But loose cables that maybe your pet's bumped into look exactly like a serious hardware failure. Just give them all a firm press until you hear or feel a click. Fix number 2, isolate the problem. Is it your provider or is it your specific device? Pull out your phone, turn off the Wi-Fi, and open a browser using cellular data. If the website loads up, your internet service is totally fine, so don't waste your time calling your provider over what is clearly just a local Wi-Fi issue. Fix number 3 is clearing your browser cache. If websites are looking totally wonky, images aren't showing up, or pages are just frozen, it's usually corrupted local data. See, your browser stores little pieces of websites locally so it can load them up faster next time, but that data gets corrupted super easily. Clearing your cache fixes this almost instantly. You just use the standard keyboard shortcuts to open your menu, select cached images and files, hit clear, and restart your browser. Boom, done. All right, fixes 4 and 5, Windows updates and storage space. First, investigate those updates. If your computer was totally fine yesterday but broken today after an overnight update, well, you might need to uninstall it. On the flip side, if you haven't updated in forever, installing them can fix outdated system files. Next up, check your storage. Your computer essentially uses your hard drive as a working scratch pad. If your main C drive doesn't have at least 15% free space, absolutely everything is going to slow to a crawl. Just run the disk cleanup tool to instantly free up some room. Finally, fixes 6 and 7 are for digging just a little bit deeper. Press Ctrl-Alt-Delete to open your task manager and look for those background resource hogs. If you see some runaway program eating up 80 to 100% of your CPU, right-click and end that task. And please, don't forget the built-in Windows diagnostic tools. Let the system do the heavy lifting for you. Whether it's audio, network, or printer issues, navigate to Settings, System, and Troubleshoot. Honestly, they take like 2 minutes to run and they fix way more than people expect. Okay, Section 3. Calling like a pro. Escalating to actual tech support. So, if you've done all that and it's still broken, you have to call. But tech support agents work from very strict diagnostic trees. To navigate that tree rapidly, you have to drop the vague complaints.
Instead of saying, "My computer is broken," describe the specific symptom, like Chrome goes black after 10 seconds. Give them exact timelines. Instead of, "It just started happening," say, "It started 3 days ago after an update." Most importantly, explicitly list the exact steps you've already tried so they don't force you to repeat them. Literally write these things down before you dial the number.
Now, you absolutely need to know when an issue is genuinely critical, well beyond our basic checklist. If the device won't turn on at all, or if you hear a clicking or grinding sound coming from your hard drive, that is an immediate hardware failure. A clicking drive means permanent data loss is imminent, so stop using it right away. The same goes for repeated daily blue screens of death, or far worse, a ransomware message demanding payment. If you see that, physically disconnect from the internet immediately to isolate the infection and get professional help. Which brings us to Section 4, spotting fake tech support scams, protecting your wallet and your data. We have to slow down here for a second, because this is a multi-billion-dollar criminal industry, and they are targeting people who are just looking for simple help. So please burn this absolute rule into your memory. Microsoft does not call you. Apple does not call you. Your internet provider does not call you unsolicited about a virus. These companies have absolutely zero ability to monitor your personal computer for infections. So if you receive a call from someone claiming to be them, it is, without exception, a scam. Period. Very often, this whole thing kicks off when you're just browsing the web. Out of nowhere, you might get this terrifying full-screen pop-up with blaring, alarming sounds saying your computer is infected. You have to understand that this is just a fake web page designed to look frightening. Do not call the number on the screen. All you have to do is press Alt plus F4 on Windows or Command plus Q on a Mac to force close the browser. If it's completely stuck, just use that task manager we talked about earlier to shut the browser down entirely. And hey, if you do somehow end up on the phone with someone, here is the ultimate red flag. If anyone claiming to be tech support demands payment via Google Play, Amazon, or iTunes gift cards, hang up the phone immediately. Think about it. Legitimate companies do not accept payment and gift cards. It's ridiculous. This is the single clear sign of fraud out there, for sure. But listen, what if you made a mistake? What if you accidentally gave remote access to a scammer? First off, don't panic, but you need to act fast. Immediately isolate the machine by disconnecting it from the internet. I mean, literally pull the plug on your router or turn off the Wi-Fi. Run a full scan with Windows Defender. Then, and this part is absolutely crucial, use a completely separate safe device to change your email and banking passwords, and contact your bank right away to alert them to the fraud. Well, we've covered a ton of ground today, all the way from the 30-second restart trick to evading multi-billion-dollar scams. Honestly, knowledge really is your most powerful tech support tool. So I want to leave you with a question to think about. Who in your life is vulnerable to a tech support scam, and will you share this insider knowledge to protect them today? Please pass this empowerment on to a parent, a neighbor, or a vulnerable loved one who might not find this information on their own. Because the next time a screen goes black or an internet connection drops, who are you going to call? Hopefully, nobody but yourself.